What's up? I'm AJ and welcome back to Gen Z Garage. In this video, we're going to cover how to properly adjust the throttle position sensor. The TPS, as it's called, provides input into the car's computer that tells it the current position of the throttle valve at any given time. In effect, this lets the car know as soon as possible that you're trying to accelerate. Although in most cases, a TPS can be replaced without needing to be adjusted, it's ideal to test the sensor if you're having any drivability issues. This ensures the sensor is providing an adequate range of input to the ECM. The ideal range from idle to full open throttle should be 0.525 volts through 5 volts. Unfortunately, many new aftermarket replacement sensors do not adequately replicate this voltage range, with many not even reaching 4 volts at wide open throttle. So it's important to purchase a quality TPS. In this video, we're going to first install the test harness so we can run diagnostics. Next, we'll test the voltage as it currently is with the sensor already installed in the car. Third, we'll make any adjustments needed to the TPS that might be necessary. And finally, we'll reinstall and retest the throttle position sensor to see if the voltage range improves. The TPS is mounted to the side of the throttle body as shown. You can either remove the throttle body from the intake manifold or you can remove the EGR valve in order to get to the TPS. This is held in place by 2 Torx screws, and we use a micro-socket wrench for this. We'll be using a TPS test harness made by X-Fire Performance. This plugs in line from the factory ECM harness and the throttle position sensor. It makes testing a little bit easier. You will also need a standard AC-DC multimeter. There are many different kinds available, and I have both an analog multimeter as well as a digital multimeter, which is much easier and more accurate than an analog one, so this is the one we'll use. I've already removed the EGR valve and disconnected the existing harness. So I go ahead and install the new test harness in line of the sensor and the engine wiring harness. With the harness installed, I then take my digital multimeter and connect a gator clip to a ground somewhere on the chassis. And then connect the other side to the ground terminal on the multimeter. Next, I turn on my multimeter and set it to the right selection so that I can appropriately read a 5 volts range. Multimeters can be a little bit confusing, but remember that the car operates on a 12 volt DC, which is direct current. This is different than the alternating current in your home. On both my analog and digital multimeter, the closest setting to what I need is 20 volts DC, as indicated by the yellow circle on the left, and 10 volts DC on the analog multimeter, as indicated on the yellow circle to the right. With the multimeter on, I then connect the red positive lead to the red gator clip on the test harness. This is the blue wire on the factory wiring harness. For reference, the connector chart is listed in the lower left of the screen. With everything connected properly, I then turn the car to the on position. Do not crank, just place it in the on position. This should now give you the idle TPS value. I got 0.78, which is not bad, but we can definitely improve on this. I unscrew the 2 retaining screws and remove the throttle position sensor for modification. Remember, I want to try to get as close as I can to 0.575 volts. I take a small file and I begin grinding away at the inside of the hole opening. What I'm trying to do is elongate the holes of the sensor from both the top and the bottom as shown with the yellow circles in the diagram to the lower left. This is so that the TPS can be slightly rotated for adjustment. It's important to understand that you should only modify the TPS in this way. Do not bend the TPS arms with pliers or it will damage the fragile pentameter sweep board inside the sensor. I only elongate the hole slightly and reinstall the sensor. I can now adjust the sensor by rotating it slightly back and forth. As you see, I get a resting idle measurement between 0.68 and 0.8 volts. While 0.575 is ideal, it's not totally necessary as the ECM uses this merely as a reference point. So a difference between 0.68 and 0.575 makes no difference as long as it doesn't limit the higher full throttle reference voltage. I set it to 0.68 volts and then tighten down the screws. I now test the full range, starting with 0.68 volts at idle and achieve 4.31 volts at a wide open throttle. This is a full range of 3.63 volts. So what is the range you speak of? I tested separately 5 different brand new throttle position sensors using a spare throttle body. My goal was to find the sensor that had the greatest range from idle to wide open throttle. This is essentially the reading at a wide open throttle minus the reading at idle, which is the effective range of the TPS. A larger range ensures the ECM has a wider data set of values with which to make more precise throttle reference to the fuel map. The results of my test were surprising. In order of least to best, the TPS from standard motor products had an effective range of 3.35 volts, which was not great. Additionally, it had an idle voltage of 1 volt, which is way too high. Next, I tested a TPS from CarQuest, which gave me an effective voltage range of 3.5 volts. Next, we tested a GM Delco TPS sensor that was made in China, which had an effective range of 3.55 volts. I then tested a Delphi TPS sensor, which came in a different box but looks identical to the GM Chinese TPS, which had an effective range of 3.56 volts. Finally, the one I ended up using was a brand new, old stock AC Delco sensor that was made in America that I found on eBay. This sensor gave me the effective range of 3.63 volts, so that's the one I went with. Remember, it's universally agreed by all Fiero factory service manuals that the TPS is the most important sensor for determining fuel delivery during operation and completely takes over when the map sensor fails. So it's important to have a properly tested and working throttle position sensor. Hopefully this video was helpful in ensuring your Fiero runs like new. Please like and subscribe, and if you have a moment, please head over to SEMA and support the SEMA Action Network. Remember, only you can make a difference in protecting our car hobby. Thank you for watching.